something started to shift. And within 4 months, especially in Chinese school, where competition is so intense, being top 3 in class didn't even feel realistic to me. And just crying in front of everyone, that was kind of embarrassing. But because I finally got the confirmation that what I was doing was actually working. Waking up at 2 a.m., showing up again and again, with the consistency I don't even remember having. There was a version of me who felt overwhelmed by everything. My thoughts were loud, messy, and honestly a little scary sometimes. It felt like everything in my head was just too big to face. And the crazy part is, nothing around me had actually changed. It was just all in here. I started journaling in Form 2. At that time, I didn't think much of it. It was just me, a pen, a notebook, which was a place to dump everything I couldn't say out loud. But this, if you can see here, this holds a version of a 14-year-old me who had so many thoughts but no clarity. So I started off blank, somewhat like that. This is April, May, and then slowly the columns were being filled, and it became a necessity to me. I still come back to it a few times a year, maybe on special occasions like Christmas or New Year, or on my birthday even. I would just come back and spend time with my little journal. And recently, when I was reading through this, I noticed something I didn't expect. I saw things I wrote, things I wanted, things I hoped for as a 14-year-old. And a lot of them actually came true. Not in a magical way, but because I kept reminding myself of them. I kept seeing them. And I think that slowly shaped my actions. And now I'm writing on this one. Same habit, but a completely different person. I think the biggest thing journaling gave me was clarity. Because everything that felt so overwhelming in my head, when I wrote it down, it didn't feel as impossible anymore. You know how people say when you write things down, half of your problem is already solved? I think it's because the massive giants in our heads feel impossible to defeat. Until we realize they were actually shaped by our own exaggerative thinking. And it's only when we slow down and lay everything out, line by line, that we finally see things for what they really are. And that's when I started to understand this whole idea of manifestation. Because honestly, I never believed in it before. It always felt a bit unrealistic. But looking back now, I can't deny that it actually worked. I'm literally a living testimony of it. But personally, I don't see it as some law of the universe kind of thing. I see it as the subconscious mind. Because when you constantly write things down, like your thoughts, your goals, or the kind of person you want to become, you're planting those ideas deep inside your mind, even when you're not actually actively thinking about them. And this is actually true. Over time, your actions starts to align, your decisions starts to change, and your habits actually shift, and your perspective becomes clearer. And the impact of that is so much bigger than I ever expected. Journaling didn't just change how I felt. It actually changed my results in high school too. Before starting journaling, I was always 5th or 6th in class, no matter how hard I tried. It wasn't that bad, but deep down, I knew I wanted more. Especially in Chinese school, where competition is so intense, being top 3 in class didn't even feel realistic to me. But after I started journaling, like writing down my goals clearly, reminding myself what I was working towards, something started to shift. And within 4 months, I hit top 2. I still remember standing there with my family on results day and just crying in front of everyone. That was kind of embarrassing. Not because I was sad, but because I finally got the confirmation that what I was doing was actually working. And that reassurance that my method was right was all I needed, actually. And I remember my class teacher sending me a really long message after that, telling me how proud she was, how happy she was for me, and also to remember those happy tears. And when UEC came in Form 3, I ended up with all A's, which was like a miracle to me actually. Oh well, except art, which was fine because it was all in Chinese. It was the exact result I had been dreaming about and writing down in my journal. If you look through my journal, you'll see so many UECs in here. This journal from Form 2, which I started when I was 14 years old, it's a little worn out now. But it holds a version of me that I could never bring myself to erase. And whenever I come back to this journal, I just sit there, I read everything, the stress, the doubts, the small things that felt like everything at that time. Sometimes I laugh, sometimes I get emotional because I realize I really thought I wasn't going to make it through those moments, but I did. And I think that is the most powerful part. You don't realize how much you've grown until you come face to face with who you used to be. But it wasn't just about seeing how much I've improved. It was also about learning from the version of me that I forgot about. So like nowadays, when I lack motivation, I would always just come back to my journal. Sometimes I read through these pages and I'm just shocked. The passion I had, the determination, the discipline, waking up at 2 a.m., showing up again and again, with the consistency I don't even remember having. And it makes me realize that version of me didn't disappear. I just forgot about it. So when I read through the journal, it reminds me of who I am, like who I actually am, how capable I actually am, even when I start to doubt it. And this becomes the quiet reassurance that says, you've handled hard things before. You can handle this too. And I think this is what journaling gave me. Not just clarity in the moment, but proof. Proof that I've changed, proof that I've grown, and proof that I'm stronger than I think I am. And honestly, very importantly, I think one thing that helped me stay consistent was having a journal that I actually liked using. I didn't think it mattered at first, but it actually does. Because if you don't enjoy the process, you won't come back to it, right? So I have some personal preferences, some criterias that a journal must have. For me, the quality of the paper is quite important. Because if the paper feels too thin, or if your pen keeps bleeding through, it's so frustrating. And journaling always takes effort and energy. So the last thing you want is like friction. I also realized I don't like journals that are too structured. Because life isn't always neat, right? Some days you're writing plans, some days you're venting, and some days you don't even know what you're feeling. So personally, I need space. I really like these big spaces here, along with the small columns, and also some bigger space for my extra notes. So I just need space to write freely without feeling boxed in. And honestly, if the journal looks nice and if it feels nice in your hands, you'll want to open it. And sometimes that's all you need to stay consistent, really. And also, I like journals that let me do both, plan and to reflect. So it's like I keep my journal as a planner and also as a diary. Not just schedules, but for thoughts too. Because for me, it's not just a diary, it's not just a planner, but it's both. Some days, I'll map out my next day, my priorities, upcoming events, just a simple structure, anyhow I want. But once I've written it down, I become more aware of my time, I move with more intention, I waste less of my precious time, and I end up being more productive. So at the end of the day, journaling isn't about doing it all right. It's not about writing every single day. It's not about having the perfect thoughts. It's just about having a place where you can be completely honest. Because one day, you're going to read something you wrote in a moment you thought would break you and realize it didn't. You made it through. So if you've never tried journaling, don't overthink it. You don't need a perfect system. You don't have to have it all figured out. All you need to do is start writing. Because when you do, you'll start seeing yourself, your thoughts, your growth, your strength in ways you've never imagined. And before you know it, you won't just be writing in a journal. You'll be witnessing yourself completely changed. I hope this video encouraged you to journal, and please like and subscribe to follow me along my journey.